afternoon. Thank you. My name is Captain Andrew Brown, and on behalf of the Fire Commissioner Tucker, Chief of Department Esposito, and other members of the Fire Department executive staff, I would like to welcome you all to today's September 11th memorial service in remembrance of the members we lost at FDNY headquarters. Will everyone please rise for firefighter Regina Wilson.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Firefighter Wilson. Will everyone please be seated? Everyone, please bring your attention to the monitors for a video presentation. everyone please rise for the invocation from FDNY Chaplain Monsignor Mark Flaccione.
God of all compassion, whose loving care extends to this entire world, may we who gather today as a united FDNY family always remember with love and respect what is the anniversary of this very sacred day. O God of peace, we remember with solemnity that this day our brothers William Feehan, Peter Ganci, Gerard Barbara, Donald Burns, the courageous firefighters and EMS members who were innocent victims that September morning, as well as those who since have died from 9/11 illnesses. That was the day where they made the supreme sacrifice. May we grieve with those who still mourn and continue to share memories with those who cannot forget. May we draw strength from those who bravely responded that day, and may their courage be to us a witness of what is possible when we are moved and guided by love and dedication to strangers. When we struggle with the questions surrounding the events of this day 24 years ago, help us, Lord, to know that we are never alone. Guide us with the courage to know that when we stretch out our hands to you, we feel your embrace in the arms of our neighbor. Help us to remember that we are one family in this world. Help us to know that our pain is yours and that the tears of our family fall on your heart. As Pope Benedict prayed on his visit to Ground Zero 17 years ago, O God, overwhelmed by the magnitude of this tragedy, we seek your light and your guidance as we confront such terrible events. Grant that those whose lives were spared may live so that the lives of those lost here may have not been lost in vain. Comfort and console us, strengthen us in hope, and give us the wisdom and the courage to work tirelessly for a world where true peace and love reigns among nations and in all hearts. And so, Lord, now, may the heroism of those we remember today become a beacon of love and duty for generations to come, inspiring us to live lives of courage and service. Amen.
Thank you, Monsignor Flaccione. Will everyone please be seated? It is now my honor to introduce our Fire Commissioner, Robert S. Tucker.
Thank you, Captain, and it really is my great honor to welcome so many iconic members of the fire department at all ranks, really, back to this building. Special welcome to Laura Kavanaugh and Dan Nigro and Sal Casano, 3 former fire commissioners. Good afternoon, everyone. And, of course, welcome to the Barbara Burns, Feehan, and Ganci families. There have been many hard days for you these last 24 years. I know what these men mean to this department, and I can only imagine what they mean to all of you. 4 extraordinary leaders, one of whom I knew well, and every day I strive to be like him. First Deputy Commissioner Bill Feehan, Chief of Department Pete Ganci, Assistant Chief Jerry Barbara, and Assistant Chief Donald Burns. These men are examples of what is truly great service. Their reputation continues to echo in this building and throughout the department, really. Their leadership, their courage, their integrity continue to shape the FDNY even now, 24 years later. They led through their character. They were wise, they were compassionate, and they were really steady under pressure. Each year at firehouses and EMS stations across the city and at the World Trade Center site, and of course here at headquarters, we pause to remember them along with all those lost. The names Feehan, Ganci, Barbara, Burns, they're woven into the fabric of the FDNY. Their legacies live on the way we serve and the way we promise to never forget. So thank you all for coming here today and allowing us to be a part of your remembrance.
Instrument of peace. Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. For in the giving we shall receive, and in the dying we're given life. Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Where there is sorrow, let me sow hope. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there is injury, your pardon give, your consolation to those in pain. Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant Arcee. Please welcome FDNY Chaplain Rabbi Joseph Potasnik for a spiritual message.
My mother always taught me to begin with the words thank you. So I want to say thank you to FDNY. I became a chaplain 25 years ago. As some of you know, I'm an only child. My parents lost 5 children during the Holocaust, and I became a member of your family. As the book or the Gospel of Matthew says, I came as a stranger, and you took me in. I ask you one favor. I went to yeshiva. Please don't tell them that I'm quoting the New Testament. They get nervous about things like that. I recall sitting with someone beloved in this department, Monsignor John Delendick. Death was imminent. And in the hospital, he turned to me and he said, you know, Joe, I don't always understand God, but I trust God. I think that's the spirit we all share. Following September 11th, you didn't stop going to services at churches, synagogues, mosques. You may not have understood God, but you certainly trusted him. It is said that when the Israelites traveled to the promised land, they carried an ark that had two sets of tablets. One set of tablets was shattered, the original tablets broken by Moses. The others were whole, intact, to teach all of us that there are times in life when we're shattered and yet have to be strong, when we're broken and have to be brave. That's FDNY, September 11th. It's interesting, if you look at what is known as the Talmud, which is the commentary on the Torah, the Jewish Bible, it begins on page 2. There's no page 1. To remind us that in life, sometimes page 1 is taken away from you, and you have to begin on page 2. When we're born, we begin life. Sometimes you have to learn how to begin again. As many of us were at Ground Zero this morning, I looked at the fountain or the memorial pools. And I said there's a statement in the book of Psalms relating to all of us. They passed through a valley of tears, and they created a life-giving fountain. So don't say that they passed away. Say better, thank God they passed this way. Or as Monsignor Delendick would tell you, there's an inscription on a monument which says, the golden bowl is broken, but thankfully it was golden. That's what we say here today. I have a friend who went to medical school, and he sent me a picture, a sign above the Department of Anatomy that said, this is the place where death teaches life. I would add, at FDNY, this is the place where death teaches love. So we come here today not understanding that divine design, but still trusting God. We trust one another. We trust FDNY. And as was said by the Monsignor, FDNY is not only the Fire Department of New York, it's the Family Department of New York. Amen.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, why we foam. God bless America, my home sweet
Great job, Lieutenant R.C. We will now commence with the ceremony in the lobby. Will everyone please remain seated while the ceremonial officers transition to the next portion of the ceremony? Ceremonial officers, will you please escort the Fire Commissioner, First Deputy Commissioner, Chief of Department, Chief of Fire Ops, and Chief Fire Marshal Flynn and formers to the lobby. Will the ceremonial officers now escort the families and the flower layers to the lobby? The remaining staff, guests, and audience members, please remain seated. You will be able to watch this part of the ceremony from your seats.
At this time, I request that Fire Commissioner Tucker and Chief of Department Esposito move the wreath to the World Trade Center Illness Memorial. At this time, we request that First Deputy Commissioner Guerra and Chief of Operations Woods please present the wreath to the 343 Memorial? I could have easily placed a period after Rabbi Potasnik's comments, but I have been offered the opportunity, which I consider a privilege, to offer a few words today as we gather for this very intimate memorial. As one of the newest chaplains of the New York City Fire Department, I consider myself part of the post-9/11 generation. Myself and my peers were not yet at the moment in our lives 24 years ago where we would begin to make decisions that would set the course for the remainder of our lives. But this day, 24 years ago, and the witness of our heroes inspired so many of my contemporaries to join this great department in a desire to follow the path that had been set by others. And in a mysterious way, it was also the events of this day that led me to enter the seminary and to pursue a vocation to the priesthood. All of us in the department and in religious life desiring to be part of something greater than ourselves and to follow the witness of sacrificial love that we saw so generously expressed on 9/11 and in the many days that followed. And so my prayer today, my hope today, is that our memory, our not forgetting, will continue to inspire future generations to give generously of themselves in service of others and service of a greater cause. At this time, we invite the families to please place their flowers. First Deputy Commissioner William M. Feehan. Chief of Department, Peter J. Ganci, Jr. Assistant Chief, Gerard A. Barbara. Assistant Chief, Donald J. Burns.
We're going to conclude with the threefold blessing that belongs to our different religious traditions. Father Papora has graciously allowed me to do it in Hebrew. Yevarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ye'ernoi panav elecha b'chunecha, Yisarno panav elecha v'yosein lecha shalom.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you his peace. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Fire Commissioner, Chief of Department, and the entire FDNY, we would like to thank you for attending today's very special dedication ceremony. We will never forget. This concludes the ceremony. Take care of each other and travel safely. Thank you.